I'm on the drugs right now. I can use your love right now. But instead they tryna tear me down. I'm just tryna tell you.
We gonna start
Might
podcasting.
have to. Sheesh. All right. Well, tell me about the fight. I didn't hear shit about the fight. So Logan Paul, Floyd Mayweather.
It was an absolute disgrace.
Yo, so really what happened? Because I have not heard shit. Like I've heard that Logan got washed, but I've also seen videos of him getting Floyd. But then I hear it was a hugging match the whole time. How was it, bro?
So it's actually
Go ahead. So I would say it's the third thing. Mainly, we did see a lot of hugging. It was definitely a lot of hugging throughout the entire fight. Logan came out. He came out with the first 2 rounds, burst of energy, and you know how Floyd be fighting. He just takes his time. He
Did
just
he
waits.
gas? Did Logan gas out?
Yeah.
I saw the way he was throwing it. I'm like, unless that was like the last few rounds, I'm surprised. Like it's hard to throw that much and keep your.
By the third round, this dude walked to the corner instantly with both hands on the ropes. Like I'm tired, bro. But you saw him saying
crazy in the clips.
Jesus and Mero, they're like, look at him going back to the corner and twerking already.
Was the commentary good?
Yeah, they're hilarious.
The commentators were just dying laughing the whole time. It was all jokes. Like, but I don't even remember like one of the jokes, but it was like, oh, y'all not taking this shit seriously.
Yeah.
But it was crazy because you think like, okay, Mayweather, he's duck and run, hug, he's more tactical with it. He was actually kind of playing a little bit.
But
so
he did get tagged though.
He did get tagged. I want to say like twice, like 2 good times he got tagged.
He got some body shots in too.
You see that one hit when like Mayweather almost knocked him out and he held him up before he could fall down?
Okay, so what's up with that? I heard about some conspiracy shit too.
I don't think that he got knocked out and held him up. I don't know. That's kind of. I feel like people are just looking into that one a little too much.
No, he like hit him really good and he immediately grappled him.
He got him clean. He did get
falling down.
But isn't that what boxers do? If you do get hit, they do grab on because
Mayweather grabbed. It's different.
No, Mayweather
is holding him up.
It's different. Like it's different. Okay, if I land a punch and then grab, I'm not gonna grab you after I land a clean punch. I'm gonna just keep attacking. So like, but I was kind of not mad, but like I was not hurt. I don't know what it was. But I wanted to see Floyd throw some flurries. You know, like
you want to see him fuck him up.
He was counter punching the whole time, which is cool because he's getting them. That left hook came in every single time. But like I wanted to see
him a lot.
He was tagging him, and body shots too. Like Jake had no idea how to fucking. Is it Jake or
Logan?
Logan.
Jake would have known.
Jake was on the corner, yayed the fuck out.
For sure, bro. We were watching.
He was over there just moving his lips like. Right? He was like, come on, hit him. And he was like, Logan's up 2 rounds.
Like my brother just beat Floyd Mayweather,
bro. He's shaking. He's on his phone typing like this. I'm gonna beat you. I'm like, yo.
Oh my god. His eyes look like bloodshot and shit.
He got shades on.
He just
the shade.
But they were like light. They were like light shades, so you can see his eyes. He's like,
yeah.
This dude is crazy.
Bro, I also think that like Floyd didn't go off on him because Logan did land early. He did land that like little hit, like the overhand right.
It's a show.
I understand, but I feel like obviously he's not gonna just start flaring it out. But also Logan was dodging a lot of the punches, like some of the hooks, because he was like this close, and then Logan would get out the way. And it's also you don't want to open up to the bigger dude, and then you might get clocked.
Pause.
You know.
But anyways, like even after the fight, Logan was like, "You never know about Floyd. He probably like just let me go the distance." And like he definitely didn't.
He did,
but like he could have knocked you out whenever he wanted.
Here's the thing, though. Even Floyd said like every time he would come forward, and I saw it too. I didn't pay for it, which is the W of the weekend. But he even said it. He was like, every time I try to like come through with him, he would just like hold him. So like there wasn't any like, dude. Literally the whole match was like. It was 1, 2, 3, 2 sequences of like like punches being thrown, but then it was just hold. Like,
Floyd was holding him.
No. In this case, Logan was. I think Logan was holding Floyd, and Floyd addressed that. He was like, "Man, I was trying to," and you could tell Floyd was coming forward and trying to really knock him out.
Hey, that's kind of impressive though. If you could just hug Floyd to death, because like most people gonna get dropped.
You're going up against a 5'8" guy, and you're 6'3".
And weigh
and
like
your
20
weight
pounds
you're probably outweighing him by 40, 45 pounds.
Yeah, bro.
It's really not a hard
thing.
If
I'm Logan, I'm feeling like the man.
Yeah,
Because imagine I went out there and I boxed this. I'm just grabbing him.
But that's the thing, bro. It's like, see, they're making it such a scene, but like you just lasted 8 rounds.
You
with
did,
the greatest, bro. Come on, fam. Like Floyd in your
is what it is.
That's a victory for
Logan. I'm saying, look, if he didn't show up,
is that the standards now? Is that really
the
the standards of boxing now? It's like, oh yeah, we're supposed to last the fight. Instead of winning it.
If I play LeBron 1-on-1 and I won and that nigga gave it to me, I don't care.
I don't care if
I'm gonna just still say like, hey, I play one on one.
I don't care if Braun had a broken foot. Yeah, I beat him 1-on-1. Why did he take the game?
He didn't beat him though. Like
Yeah.
he just lasted.
I lasted.
Like he just lasted. Like imagine going.
It was 21,
yeah,
22.
yeah, I got smoked 21-0, but I lasted. Like it's like, bro,
But if you had 7 points, you won.
Yeah, I know. If I
Exactly,
had
but
10,
he didn't even score any
Yeah.
point. Like, did you guys? If you guys watched the fight,
I mean, he
you
connected
really
some
think-
punches.
Bro, I think when I watched it, I think he connected like 2, like
Nah,
dead ass.
yeah,
bro,
like-
if I connect
Two.
anything on it, bro, if I connect anything on Floyd, I'm feeling like the man.
Facts.
Yeah.
I bet, who can I punch?
See,
I
Bro,
just-
he's
like-
boxing for 3 years.
Bro, I would friend.
Wait,
Exactly. I would
wait,
toe-to-toe
but
with
you think it's
Floyd.
a bet? So you're telling me Logan, like going into this fight, because Logan actually had more, I want to say benefits towards like his side going into the fight. Because
Yeah.
think about it, you're 6'3". And
Yeah.
you have the muscle, like dude. When they were fighting, it seemed like a fucking midget going against like Andre.
But you're
the
that doesn't
going,
matter.
but you're
Hey,
going
I know
against
it doesn't-
somebody who's never lost.
I know it doesn't matter, but I mean, at the end of the day, this is an exhibition, and there's no like rules that are applying to this. Man, if I'm 16 and I say it don't matter, like I'm at least going to like try to have the physical advantage over him. Like,
see, I
Hey,
think
that's why he was hugging him.
See, I think the
I guess,
issue
yeah.
is for you that you actually taking Logan seriously as a fighter. I think that's the
Yo, okay. So if you started playing basketball like 3 years ago, and then you go and play against like Kobe Bryant, and you drop 2 points on him,
Isaiah Thomas.
would that feel like a victory for you?
Yes, it would.
3 years compared to Kobe Bryant's prime.
the achievement is me getting there to play Kobe. Yeah, like
you
I agree
scored.
with that. I
And
mean,
you went toe to toe with him
You
the whole
scored.
game. Y'all was neck
it's like,
and
but
neck.
I mean,
He was
no,
butting his
wait,
Y'all
wait,
were
wait,
trading
but here's
buckets
the
at
thing,
one
if
point.
You
if
took
I'm-
his best punches.
Hear me out. If
Go ahead.
Kobe's what 6'6", right, and if I'm I don't know 7 feet, like I'm at least going into the game just knowing that I have the physical advantage.
And you've been playing
and
basketball for 3 years, though.
I mean, but
3
still, I'm 7
years.
That's like
feet.
you're 7 years old in basketball years,
Bro, like,
you
think
played for
of-
3 years.
Doesn't have a left hand yet.
I mean, I'm 7, but like I have all the physical advantage. Think about Shaq in like, if Shaq,
Shaq played for
in
like
high
20
school,
years.
Shaq in high school would probably go in the league like knowing and literally.
But
out,
you're talking about a future NBA player. This guy's Logan Paul has been boxing for 3 years. He's like a guy. Imagine a guy who's 20, who's 7 feet tall, and he's only played basketball for
See,
the last 3 years.
I think you guys are. See, I'm not trying to criticize the fact that like how he fought. I was just expecting a more. I would say like. You know, he looks like a very athletic guy. He looks like he's like an athlete. Apparently, he wrestled like he was a really good wrestler. So, if you're a wrestler, you should have like really good stamina, right?
Well, he did what he did. He was hugging him. He was
Bro,
hugging
that
him.
dude-
He was wrestling. He was grappling.
So you want him to come out swinging like a brawler?
I want him to
some
use.
bigger.
I want him to
Didn't he
use.
do that in the
No. He did, but listen, he did, but that was it. I want him to use his physical advantage. Like if you're training for like weeks, like in this case, 12 weeks, like come on,
Bruh.
you like you have to find some type of like you have to at least watch tape. or
Boxing's
try-
different.
Try to watch try to get something going, man. Like try to have a game plan. Like you know,
Bro, I
like,
still
At the end of the day, it's still Floyd. You know, like nobody's ever beat this nigga. So
That's
definitely
like
not
the
no
GOATs.
amateurs gonna do.
but nobody's
anything.
ever beat that dude in his weight class.
Okay, but these are professionals who train like almost their entire lives.
Yeah, I'll give
the
that.
entire
like,
bag, the whole livelihood is based on boxing.
I just felt like the ones that streamed the fight are like the real winners.
Thank you.
Like imagine paying $50 for that shit, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, we also
Come
have
on,
it free.
man. Yeah.
Bruh. Yeah. But I don't know. I like the fact that Logan just went in there and like this was such a cool thing for like creators, like how far he went with that. And I like what he said at the end. It was kind of like Kevin Garnett's "I'm on top of the world," one of those types of moments.
Yeah.
It was so dope to see that. Like, and the thing I like about the Paul brothers is that they're doing this while they're doing their other like side adventures. He still does his podcast. He still does his vlogs. He's still doing all these like TV shows and stuff like that. That's a boss ass move. You just fought one of the GOATs. You went into the ring 0-1 and came out 0-2. But
I think it's a YouTuber. Like no, but like I'll be honest with you. That is like from like 3 years ago. Like that's so impressive. Like,
Yeah.
From getting from YouTube and doing Vine to literally in the like selling out pay-per-views for against possibly the greatest fighter of all time.
I
Who
didn't
did he
ex-
lose to?
KSI.
He lost
Oh,
to
KSI
KSI.
fucked him up?
Yeah.
KSI. He
Well, they
went
won two
hard.
actually. So,
By
so the
points,
first
okay.
fight was actually a tie, and then the second fight they won. KSI won by decision.
Yeah.
So
Logan's just really unorthodox, and I didn't expect him to look like he was super crispy with his punches and stuff because he is doing all the other things. Of course, you might give like 6 months to like a year to boxing, maybe probably like 6 months. I feel like that's like the goal, but it was entertainment. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed the fight.
I've
It was
always
cool.
said this. I'm actually looking forward to the Jake if they fight, because I don't think Mayweather's gonna fight again.
Jake and Logan?
Jake and Mayweather, because I think Jake at the end of the day is the better fighter.
Yeah, I want to see that.
I think Jake is more fundamentally sound. But Logan just looked like some dude that just kind of picked up the boxing gloves like 8 weeks ago.
I think Logan loves boxing, but he was more after like setting up such a huge thing of like fighting Floyd Mayweather. That in itself is like
Logan's more business, I would say. But I like
Jake
Logan.
Jake is really trying to.
I actually like Logan more than Jake.
Yeah, I think
just
everyone
because
does. He's way more likable.
but like Jake is just.
But Jake is like unlikable though. Everyone.
That's his thing.
Yeah,
I don't know. Little rich kid.
He's
doing shit.
He gets it done though, man. Like he made me
Drake.
buy the Ben Askren fight, and that still to this day regret that $50. He made me buy it. Like I gotta give it to him.
Exactly.
You sold me on the fight too. You're like, nah, bro, it's gonna be great.
That's
it's gonna
impressive.
be great. I was like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited.
I paid for the fight. I was like, you know what? They have done their job in terms of reeling me in but also, bro, Ben Askren did do a good job too. It seemed like he wasn't giving a fuck about hyping it up, but you know damn well you wanted him to win after you saw the way he was moving about it, the way he had explained his whole story, like him being the good guy. That shit made us want to watch the fight. So like they really both did this shit. He played it like he wasn't promoting, but yet he was on every fucking show doing interview after interview, every MMA show, every popular show. He was on what's it called, the Joe Budden podcast. Like no, I'm just playing.
No, he wasn't. I was like, I said yeah. That was fast.
He just pulled up on the couch.
Everyone except them.
Like everything Ben Askren said after the fight was so dead on accurate, because he's like, yeah, like I'm gonna make $500,000. I'm gonna go back to wrestling, like, and people are gonna talk about it for 3 days and forget about it. And like literally when you brought that up, I forgot that he got knocked out in the first round. Like so.
Yeah, that was bad.
It does, like, for me. See, I have a question for you guys. With the way things are going, I think it's more beneficial with these fights if you're like an actual fighter, because it really is a win-win scenario. Because actual like boxing people, they actually care about like their division and what's their record and stuff, because they're doing this as a career. But if you're an up and coming fighter like Ryan Garcia or something like that, and you fight like a popular guy and you get more money, I think this might be the new way for like how fighting is worked. And I mean, it's more entertaining. It absolutely is.
It's the death of the sport.
Absolutely is.
But boxing was already fucked up because they have a weight class every 5 pounds. So it's like, if it was like MMA was turning like this or UFC, then I'd be hurt. But like boxing, it's just already fucked up. So it's like, at this point, people are only gonna pay for something that's really entertaining, because it's not just about the competitiveness.
Their belts are like inflamed. It's like you don't want to go. It's nothing like winning a belt in boxing, because each division could have an amateur guy who's a champion. That's why it's like nobody wants to fight Gervonta Davis. Because he's an animal. But they're okay fighting the other dude with the belt because he has the belt and they might be able to sell that fight.
But I gotta disagree with you, saying that like the popular fight
Come
versus
at me.
the actual fighter is more entertaining than like two people who actually can go to battle. Like, because we don't have that anymore. When it was Tyson, everybody was watching the fight. When it was George Foreman, when it was like the back in the day when boxing was in its heyday, Muhammad, like, oh no, you're not missing that fight. Everybody in the neighborhood is watching, is scrambled like around one TV at a bar, around one TV.
Right,
watching.
but I'm talking about. But there's nothing like I totally agree, because I was literally gonna say that. I'm like, but there's nothing like a heavyweight like fight where like
Two dogs,
there was one coming up, Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, who were like the top elite dogs.
That would have been a good
heavyweight.
Tyson Fury, people watch though. People
he's
watch.
solid. He's
Same thing with
But there's just
Deontay
not
Wilder.
that many of that.
Deontay Wilder and Tyson
But
Fury.
that's why those two.
I'm talking about, but nowadays, see, like, you only have a specific section of athletes where you can really do that.
Right.
Like,
Exactly.
boxing is, man, like, when Mayweather retired, it's so, like, I mean, you have Canelo.
Yeah.
But it's just, like, it's not the same, because Mayweather would be, like, he was
Triple
the
G.
first, he was Jake Paul before Jake
So
Paul.
you're saying
like,
that boxing is missing the star power?
boxing is definitely missing the star power.
But it's
and-
saturated with belts.
Exactly.
Too, so
and
it's like
all-
everyone's a star.
I think there's only a selective fighter where they really carry that pride on them, where it's like, I'm not doing this to like for the name. I'm really doing this to kick your ass.
Yeah.
Like Tyson Fury is gonna do this to literally embarrass you. He was tasting Deontay Wilder's blood. Like
Yeah.
legit tasting his blood and looking at his section, going
was
you
licking
don't
on
you
him,
don't
dog.
see like fighters doing that, bro, with a fucking British or
Imagine
Scottish
if-
accent.
Also,
like,
there's so many boxers that they don't really hype up their fights well. Like when you think about the UFC takes they get a lower pay cut. And a lot of people are talking about Dana White and, oh, why aren't you paying your fighters so well? But Dana White is doing all these promotions for them. Like people who can't even speak English, he'll promote these guys. He'll start their like internet pages and stuff like that. So when they're promoting the fight, it's kind of understandable that they're taking a lower pay cut. In boxing, I don't really see like the hype as nice as it used to be. Also, give credit to the YouTubers who are coming into the sport, but I do like watching some skilled guys fighting.
But there's a fight that's coming up with TikTok star. It's like the funniest shit ever.
I think I can't. It might get banned because TikTok took their name.
Yeah.
They took
I
their,
saw that.
Yeah. Something about like the name is copyrighted, so they can't use that. So I don't know if that's gonna happen or how long it's gonna take to happen.
I have a
So
question.
what,
I have a real
what's
quick
up?
question for you, fight fans. When was the golden era of boxing?
I don't know.
And
I
when
don't
did
know.
it die?
Let's not get into it. Let's not change. What else happened this week, man? It was a good week. So y'all seen any basketball?
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk some basketball. So what else happened this week? So
Girl, I'm off the drugs right now. I could use your love right now, but they steady trying to tear me down. I just wanna tell you now, you could be my man.